What's happening, folks? Back with another reaction, back with some more Donna Summer, as well as a very sleepy Luca, and we're returning to the Endless Summer compilation. Thank you again to Scott. And the next tune is Last Dance, which just on the surface of it makes me think of the Drifters, I believe, Saved the Last Dance for Me. So I don't know if it'll be a similar type of concept that, over the course of a night at a entertainment establishment or a dance party, you might dance with different people, but the last dance will hold more emotional and interpersonal significance. I would say it could, of course, just relate to a dance that, in the narrative of perhaps a more complicated story, serves a function in terms of what happened before that or after that. Nevertheless, I'll see what I can catch on a first listen. I did want to comment, and I appreciated other people explaining that the song I Feel Love was very, ahead of its time. It's a phrase that we historians don't like because things happened in the time and place that produced them, and to say otherwise is to perhaps suggest some form of teleology. Nevertheless, the point is, it did sound very dynamic and beyond what I would consider normal disco, and the fact that a number of people commented that this was a tune that was almost like hearing something from the future, hearing something that was unlike a lot of other music or most other music at the time, that really did make sense to me given the almost techno-sounding sonics that were on display. So yes, I really did appreciate that. In any case, let's listen to Last Dance from the Endless Summer compilation, which is Donna Summer's greatest hits album or a compilation.
Let's chance for love. Yes, it's my last chance for romance tonight. I need you by me, beside me, to guide me, to hold me, to scold me. 'Cause when I'm bad, I'm so bad. So let's dance. Let's dance. Let's dance. Let's dance. Let's dance. Let's dance tonight. Let's dance for love. Yes, it's my last dance for romance tonight. Oh, I need you.
Well, she pulled a bait and switch on that one, didn't she? So the first half of the tune, it's very slow dance ballad, and I'm thinking Last Dance, which I like the use of the rhyme and the concept that a last dance at some sort of social engagement is a last chance to maybe find a connection, whether in a longer term looking for love or maybe just for the night itself. And then again, she's talking about being held close by someone, so it feels like I'm imagining a darkened sort of dance floor. It's the last tune of the night, and couples maybe that are already together, or maybe taking a chance on someone who's been there, but dancing with them for this last dance could be a ticket to something special, but it's also their last chance, their last opportunity for that, which again, on a longer or shorter timeline, but then boom, it launches into a proper disco dancer. And so suddenly the visuals that I had are very different, and people taking off their coats and just really get into some disco dancing. But it feels like the concept was still basically hitting the same. But some of the lines, again, I think they're functioning on two levels, and I think there were some phrases that you can read on a more physically intimate or even sexual nature. And then of course there's the, what's the right word, the flourishing or dramatic expansion of the sonic atmosphere, where suddenly we're getting these brass riffs. I don't know if they were trumpet, but then the strings are faster and more energetic, and of course the kick drum coming in. I feel like there was maybe tambourine type of percussion at some point, so it was like the whole mood of the piece changed. And that line, what was it like? When I'm bad, I'm really bad. So that like I need you to hold me. I need you to scold me, because when I'm bad, I'm very bad. And then at the end, I think it even changed to when I'm bad, I'm very lonely. So I feel like there's maybe some different phrases or different meanings that evolve over the course of the tune. But again, it was a real unexpected shift from a slow dance ballad type of tune suddenly into a foot tapping, everyone busting out their moves on the dance floor, and I was suddenly seeing the venue as much brighter, and everyone with smiles on their faces, and maybe not eyes closed like the way they might be during a slow dance. So yeah, again, I feel like it's functioning on multiple levels, emotionally, physically, visually. It was a very dynamic tune, and one that I love the way it just exploded suddenly. So yes, again, I heard very early on in this deep dive that she is the queen of disco, and I feel like this tune, again, relative to I Feel Love, was more typical or regular disco as my brain understands it. And that's in no way a criticism. I feel like it was very compelling, and I love the way it suddenly exploded with exuberant energy. But yes, when I hear that second half of the tune, it's like, okay, that's disco. That's what I know disco to be. Whereas again, I Feel Love, it's like, wow, it's like disco, but it's a bit different, more electronic, almost, like a proto style of techno. So, in any case, I enjoyed this one. As I said, shout out to Scott for providing the material. Shout out to Mark and others who've already been commenting on this deep dive. So, let me know what you think, and the Sleeping Luca and I will see you next time. Peace.